Half of the models you see on the internet are no longer human, and with each passing month, their numbers only grow. And the question isn't even whether it's real or not, but what can be done with it. Because now these aren't just pictures, they're full-fledged digital characters, and people are already starting to profit from them. I'm just going to explain how this all works. And the strangest thing is, most people don't even realize they're looking at it. You just scroll through your feed, see a normal account, normal photos, and don't even think about the fact that this person might not exist. I didn't really look into it much at first either, until I started figuring out how it's actually done. And that's where it becomes clear that it's not some kind of magic. There's a perfectly clear system there that can be replicated. And in this video, I'm not going to overwhelm you with technicalities. I want you to just understand the idea itself, how it's set up, and why it's now so fast in. It's important to understand one thing here. You're not just generating images, you're creating a character, a model with a face, looks, and style. But if you want this to actually work, looks alone aren't enough, because anyone can make a pretty picture these days. It's not hard. The difference is in the consistency. The character must have a life. Who is she? How old is she? Where is she from? What's her personality like? What's her lifestyle? Even small things like poses, gaze, and presentation. People pick up on this even if they don't realize it. For example, this is the same character. Different clothes, different poses, different scenes, but it feels like a real person because it's all consistent. And that's the key. And this is where many don't fully understand what's happening. It's no longer just an AI image, it's essentially a digital human. And not just looks, but a character with logic, behavior, and an image. And you're in full control how she looks, what she does, what content is released. And the more cohesive it is, the more people believe in it. And this is exactly where all the magic begins. To put it simply, the whole system is actually quite straightforward. First, you create a face, choosing the appearance that you need, usually through several options until you find what really fits. Second, you fix this face, because if you don't, it will change every time. And even small changes break the feel of the character and you just lose it. And third, you start building an image, not just a picture, but a character. How she lives, her style, her story, what she posts, what her mood is. And on top of that, you create content, photos, videos, scenes. And over time, it starts to feel like a real person. That's the goal. Right now, there's a huge number of tools available that you can use to do this. Image generation, video editing, all of this is already accessible. But here's the thing, the problem isn't with the tools. You can open any service, mess around a bit, and not understand what's happening at all, because without understanding the process, you're just generating random images and you don't have a system. And here, what really matters is understanding what you're doing and why. Now, about the money. It's important to understand one thing here. You don't make money on images, you make money on the character because people don't subscribe to photos, they subscribe to an image, a personality. Some people run social media, Instagram, TikTok, some create Telegram channels, others work through subscriptions. But the essence is the same everywhere. You create a model and then content and an audience are built around it. And the more realistic and cohesive it looks, the better it works. But there's one point here that almost nobody talks about. Most people try to do this and they don't succeed. Not because it's hard, but because they don't have a system. They just generate images and the face is constantly changing. There's no structure, no understanding of what to do next. I went through this myself at the beginning, and when you start to understand how it all works as a single system, it all becomes much simpler. On this channel, I break it all down step by step, from creating a model to turning it into a working system. If you want to see the whole process live, I'm also running a marathon where I'll take an AI model to its first money from scratch, step by step. You can follow along with this on my TG channel.